morning, good morning, good morning. It's your boy Jay Taylor, Voices for the Voiceless. Peace and blessings, everybody. And I'm back. So, yeah, we're going to get right off into this one, man, because, I'll be getting a lot of flack about supporting Donald Trump and things of that nature. I mean, sometimes I get things thrown at me that I don't even be interested in. The only reason I really voted was for the economy, was for safer borders. So, and that, illegal immigration, because I feel like they sucking up the resources. They unvetted. They bringing in fentanyl. I feel like I got family members that been taken out that might have been affected by that. So it's certain areas of the politics that I tend to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of took me down this path where we start to see about the corrupt judges, and then I start intertwining that with people cases I've been following, like, oh, okay, snap. So, prior to that, I wasn't really interested in politics. And, this situation just fell on my lap about Trump with the whole, refugees, the white South African, refugees over there. So, which I didn't really care about, but I did a video on it a couple days ago. It just gave a very unbiased look, tried to look at it on both sides. I even admitted that I couldn't find any evidence that, any genocide was going on as it pertained to white South Africans in South Africa. We know that South Africa got a lot going on, and to me, I just couldn't find anything that substantiated those claims that Trump was saying. So, just to give y'all a little clarification, I'm gonna bring up some of my video. You know what I'm saying? So you can see how unbiased I was, right? So let's do that. So I don't have to repeat myself too much. So here go my video here from the other day. And man, this what prompted me to do another one, because they got a nice amount of views on it, more views than I normally get. You know what I'm saying? So that's nice. There's people really care about this stuff. I really didn't have a dog in the fight, and you gonna see that as I'll go ahead and run back this clip. Now, this is gonna start off with Trump. Is a reporter asked Trump what he felt about it, and he gonna come out unequivocally and say that, yeah, the white farmers are being attacked. The white South African farmers are being attacked in South Africa. So we ain't got to go through the whole history with apartheid and what happened when the Dutch settlers came back in the 1600s. We know all that. So fast forward to the other day when I gave this assessment, and you'll see how unbiased I was.
Why are you creating an expedited path into the country for the Connors but not others?
Because they're being killed, and we don't want to see people be killed. It's a genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about, but it's a terrible thing that's taking place, and farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me, but white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa. And the newspapers and the media, television media, doesn't even talk about it. If it were the other way around, they talk about it. That would be the only story they talk about.
Wow. Now let's see what Trump's saying right here is. He's saying indefinitely that it's happening. Maybe he privy to some information we not privy to. But Trump is saying indefinitely that these people are being unalived, they're being raped, they're being targeted. These white South Africans, you know what I'm saying, are being targeted, and he don't care if they were white or black. They refugees, and he don't want to see them. If he can save them, he gonna save them. And like I said, it was 59 of them. So they ain't a lot. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight, but people want to talk about it. People upset about it. People like, hey, man, get off that. They deserve to be rescued. I'm just here giving my sincere reaction to this matter that I didn't vote for Trump. This wouldn't have changed my mind if he did or if he didn't do it, you know. But from what he's saying, and I rock with Trump. So maybe he privy to some information that we not privy to. I can't say yay or nay. But what I can say is, if it's true, then I get it. If it's not true, I'm trying to understand what would make wealthy farmers that's living a privileged lifestyle in South Africa drop everything, leave their homes, leave their land, lead a comfortable life to go start over in a whole nother country from piss poor. That's what I want to. I don't understand that concept. To me, if it's nothing going on, you ain't gonna leave your comfortable wealth, the wealth that y'all been there for 4 generations. So to me, it's like something going on. I'm just saying.
And I don't care who they are. I don't care about their race, their color. I don't care about their height, their weight. I don't care about anything. I just know that what's happening is terrible. I have people that live in South Africa. They say it's a terrible situation taking place. So we've essentially extended citizenship to those people and to escape from that violence and come here.
The idea that there's a genocide of white farmers going on in South Africa is just not true. It's absurd. And that's been debunked by a number of organizations, both inside and outside of South Africa. But it's become a rallying cry for the some right-wing elements inside the country, and has echoed all the way to America. Let me just go back to Sudan for a moment. An actual genocide has happened there, according to the U.S., as 2 warring factions battled for control of that country earlier this year. The U.S. accused one side, the RSF, of committing genocide. More than 11 million people have been internally displaced, while millions more have fled the country. That's according to the UN. They aren't allowed to be refugees here. And on top of this, the Afghans who worked alongside U.S. troops during the war as interpreters and guides and fixers, Afghans who fought for the United States, helped save American lives.
Now, Anderson Cooper, I gotta say, Anderson Cooper got some points. He got some actual points. It's a lot of other people that, if you want to say refugees, there's other people out there. I mean, he making some. Now, let me start with them. I'm gonna come in right there. Let me come in right there. I'm gonna go back to that. But I did a little research, and with Donald Trump, just his administration alone has let in over 8,000 refugees from all over the planet since he's been in office since January. I didn't know that 2 days ago when I was giving that, like, Anderson Cooper got a point, which he did, but I didn't know that we had already let in all these thousands of troops, black, white, brown, yellow, but see, these refugees, but see, when they come in and through the refugee process, they have been vetted. They have been able to assimilate into American society. But, we talking about 59 people from South Africa. I didn't understand what everybody was so upset about. And the only reason they could be upset is because they white. When Donald Trump administration so far since January has given refuge to like over close to 9,000 refugees. He don't even speak on it. But yeah, I just wanted to stop that, and I'm gonna let this play out a little bit more. Some points now, Trump. Now you got, it's a lot of people, but you can't say it's millions of horror stories across the planet. So we can't save everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we already got illegal immigration problem in this country. So it would be asinine to think that we could go around the world just, y'all come on over here. We already got too much going on in this country that we trying to fix. So Anderson Cooper got a point, but then again, it's like, we can't bring everybody over here, especially right now while we in a rebuilding situation. So I'm thinking it would have to be something so severe, so traumatic, you know what I'm saying, that you would just single out this specific group of white South Africans, you know, because, I mean, like Anderson Cooper said, it could have been all type of people, man, that they could have fit that description.
And we're allowed here under a temporary protected status. Well, now we learned that status is not going to be renewed next week, according to the Department of Homeland Security, which means many who helped save U.S. lives may be deported starting in July. Joining us now is New York Times columnist Nicholas Kristof. Nick, you say this whole situation upside down. The idea that there's a genocide of white farmers. I mean, why do you think the Trump administration is doing this?
Well, I mean, he's completely turned refugee policy upside down in ways that reflect racial discrimination. I mean, he's not, the Afrikaner farmers are not suffering from that. It is true that some have been murdered, but Black farmers have been murdered at even higher rates. And, you know,
right, there's a huge crime rate. Crime rate in South Africa, crime is a huge problem. But according to organizations there's been no forcible taking back of confiscation of land.
Okay, so we get the gist of that, right? I'm gonna stop that. The whole point of me showing y'all that is to show y'all how unbiased I was, just sitting back, chilling, and letting the tape roll out. You see, liberal media has deemed once again Donald Trump that he is totally out of his mind. He making up stuff. Ain't none of that going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like this dude just want more white people in America. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if you look at the numbers from the last 10 years, we have almost 70,000 Black Africans that have got refuge to America. When you do the statistics, so for people to get mad over these 59 white South Africans is crazy in itself. I don't know what the problem is with that, but we allow so many Black Africans from Africa, tens of thousands per year. And it's documented. I'm not going to go off into it, do your own research. But after that happened, right? You know what I'm saying? That Trump gave the refuge to the 59 white South Africans at the White House, like the next day, which was yesterday or the day before, after I did that video. Who pops up at the White House? Why did that South African president pull up to the White House? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Oval Office is off the chain with these world leaders and Trump. Man, he done gave Zelensky the business. He done sat there. Now he done gave the South African, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name, South African president, man, bro. They was having a cool conversation till it went left. When a reporter brought up, yeah, Trump, what's up with what's up with the white South Africans and all this and that. Now everybody, especially in liberal media, been running around talking about Trump crazy. But as the title says, and I was watching this in real time, if I would have been at my computer yesterday or the day before, man, I'd have been dropped this video because I wasn't even into this, but it was so interesting. I was watching the meeting. But as the title says, Trump brought the receipts, white South African genocide. And you can't argue with receipts, bro. You just can't argue with receipts. And you know I got it for you. If you ain't seen it, I'm pretty sure you probably have by now. But you know, I'm gonna give you that real deal. You feel me? So we gonna react to that. And I got a timestamp to show you how it all kind of fell out. You know, it got really real, man. Trump told him to dim the light, bring the projector screen out, and he brought the receipts when everybody was sitting up there talking about this man crazy. Now, still people sitting up there talking about, man, we'll wait till after this clip roll. Let's get to it.
Down defense in Gaza, so that more aid.
Was that a question or a statement? This guy, you never changed.
Mr. President, decide what will it take for you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa?
Well, I can answer that for President. But for him, no, seriously.
I'd rather have him answer.
Yeah, I'd rather answer that. It will be.
Our president will respond to you.
Yeah, let me,
Thank you, Mr. President.
it will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us around a quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying.
Now, this is the South African president, right? Now, what he's basically saying is that it ain't no white genocide going on, and he got his buddies there that are white South Africans that are friends with Donald Trump. You can't see them right now, but he like, man, if he thought it was some genocide, he could holler at his homies that's from South Africa. So that's basically what he is explaining.
I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So it'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
But Mr. President, I must say that we have, wait. We have thousands of stories talking about it. Sure. And we have documentaries, we have news stories, and that is Natalie here, somebody here to turn that? I could show you a couple of things, and it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would, and turn the lights down, and just put this on, it's right behind you, Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't.
Now look how uncomfortable the South African president got. His statement started playing. He like, wait a minute. He turned around like, is this dude, man, Trump serious, man? He can't be serious. He's not finna play this in the Oval Office right now. At this moment, he knew he done effed up. You know you got to come correct, man, when you coming with Trump.
Okay, we can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. So whatever you want to do, we can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament. Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot, kill, Gaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer, pa, pa.
Man, that man over there sweating bullets right now, man. Trump pulled out the Trump card. This picture right here, how I got it froze, is like, yep, got him. Like just like Zelensky, man, when Zelensky tried to turn up in the Oval Office. But I think the South African president was cool. But on the first interview, one thing I forgot to mention that I thought I wish I would have had queued up is the fact that what was weird about the South African president is that Trump didn't throw him all the way under the bus, because what he could have did is play the clip of the South African president calling those white South Africans that Trump gave refuge to. He called them cowards. Like they y'all some cowards for leaving. Now that would have really did. He could have did that, and he probably would have. But the South African president was pretty much chill. He was laid back. You could just see he was obviously nervous. But if you go back to my first video on this, yeah, I had the clip and I played it on that one. So just go back if you ain't watched it. And he called the white South Africans that fled South Africa fearing for their life, allegedly. Because there's still people saying that what they looking at is just propaganda. It's just a fake movement. And they rappers or something like that. Talk about kill the white farmer, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But let's go on here and finish this here.
The man of D-A-D-E is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Pajama and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness.
Now that what they just gave Trump was a whole bunch of more receipts. Y'all gonna see in a minute. He receipted up, man. Trump came with the receipts like, oh, y'all say I'm crazy, huh? Like I'm tripping. What I think happened is, and I'm gonna shut up, man, because you know I'll be long-winded, and I know y'all want to see this. What I'll be tripping off of is the fact that every time they say Trump is crazy, instantly it turn around like that. Now, like I said, I don't have no dog in this fight, but what I would say is, regardless of what happened, because you know the white settlers came in there in the 1600s, took over the land through apartheid, was horrible. But at some point, we got to get past resulting to violence on each other in 2025. You know what I'm saying? Like if they is out there doing that allegedly to them white farmers and anywhere in the world, an injustice, Martin Luther King said this, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. And we just can't, you know, we can't co-sign that in 2025. We can't save everybody, but if you could save one life for a few, and like I said, we give refuge to tens of thousands of people across the planet. Just got to go through the proper process. We don't need you over here bringing no diseases, we got enough of them here. Bringing no drugs, we got enough of that here. Bringing no strange weapons and all that. You got to be vetted. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand. You don't let nobody just come to your house without introducing themselves. So why would you let them just walk in your country just scot-free? You know, suck up all the resources. And then you got to pay taxes for it. I don't understand people.
Number sir, kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the brewer, the farmer. Shoot to kill. Come on, sir. Kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the brewer.
Trump petty as hell gonna have him 50 miles. Man, let me try to see this baby.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road, you have crosses. Those people were all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen. Okay.
I mean, it's in South Africa. That's where.
He said, where is that? He said, this is South Africa, man. He said, I don't know where that's at. Hey, wait a minute, man. This man is so visibly uncomfortable. And I wish I had the one that they showed, you know, the actual footage. But what he's showing him is something that I thought was the most disturbing, right? Like the last thing, it wasn't that, you know, it was like, all right, they talk about kill Whitey and, you know, shoot to unalive and, you know, we gonna steal the land back. You know, y'all could probably dress that up like whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's propaganda, whatever you want to dress it up. But what he's showing right now is very disturbing. Thousands of crosses, white crosses on the side, on each side of the street in these open fields. And they said each cross represents a white farmer that was unalive. Now that, if that is what it is, I'm sorry, that's genocide. You got thousands of people and you got cars that's coming through to pay respects to their family members of one population of people. Yeah, I would call that a genocide. You know what I'm saying? So that right there was boom. That was a bombshell, not only for the president, but for liberal media too. But you know, they still gonna, you know, talk they trash or that ain't what it was. It's like, come on, man. Like at some point, you know, because they didn't even know Trump was gonna do this. That's what made it so cold. You know, he just came out the blue with that, man. But yeah, we can stop that right there, man. You know, I feel as though they was gonna talk about some other things too, some trade deals and things of that nature, and get off into, you know, other things. But that just shook up the whole political atmosphere for the last 24 to 48 hours. And people got their difference of opinion. And, you know, they did a press conference about it. And just to show you the atmosphere that has created, I got a clip right here of Caroline Levitt being addressed by one of the liberal press, you know, people, that the media people, and man, it got kind of heated, man. Check this out.
Yamish, good to see you.
Hi, good. Thanks for taking the question.
Sure.
The president showed a video that he said showed more than 1,000 burial sites of white South Africans that he said were murdered. We know that was not true and that the video wasn't showing that. So I wonder, why did the president choose to show that?
True, Yamish?
It's not true. The video was showing a burial site. It is unsubstantiated that that's the case.
No, it is true that video showed the crosses that represent
what the president claimed.
The video showed images of crosses in South Africa about white farmers who have been killed and politically persecuted because of the color of their skin.
The president
And those
claimed
crosses
that
are
it was showing a
representing their
burial.
lives. Those crosses are representing their lives in the fact that they are now dead and their government did nothing about it. Are you disputing that there's no...
The fact that the video showed what the president claimed it showed, because it did not show that. But even more, what I'm asking you is who at the
No, it
White
did
House
show that. It
who at
showed
the-
white crosses representing people who have perished because of racial
House
persecution.
verifies the videos that the president shows, and what protocols are in place when there's unsubstantiated information being put out for the world and world leaders to
Yamiche,
show?
what's unsubstantiated about the video? The video shows crosses that represent the dead bodies of people who were racially persecuted by their government. In fact, the Associated Press, of all places, has a picture of that very monument. And the caption from the Associated Press is, "Each cross marks a white farmer who has been killed in a farm murder." So it is substantiated, not just by that video and the physical evidence that everybody saw on display in the Oval Office, but also by another outlet in this room, the Associated Press. So you should take it up with them if you believe the claim is unsubstantiated. And that's a ridiculous line of questioning. John, go ahead. Go ahead, John.
Thank you, Carol.
Wow. Woo! Caroline Levin, man. She handled that though. You know what I'm saying? But you know, black, white, whatever, man, I hate to see it. You know what I'm saying? Especially for 2025. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. When I was growing up, man, I know the early 90s was a little, but by the time we got to the mid 90s, man, it seemed like it was different. Like people, it wasn't this much racial tension. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, man, people was, oh man, it's like racial tensions in this country and across the world obviously are at an all-time high. When, man, I remember back in the 90s, we was chilling like, man, them white folks ain't messing with me. Them black folks, them brown people, they ain't messing with me. I ain't messing with them. Or I'm cool with them, they cool with me. You know, but, you know, this the kind of stuff that people, you know, really hang their hat on, man. You know, but as you can see, it's really like, if the president of the United States came with the receipts and he said, this is what's going on, I don't think any other president would be questioned like this. You know, after they said the man didn't have no evidence, because like I said, maybe they scrubbed the internet of that with it, because I saw the footage of the crosses that they talking about, and it was crazy. You see all the cars lined up, so it was very real. And why else would those crosses be out there like that? It wasn't out there for design, so I believe that that's what they said it was. It's me, allegedly. But the liberal media, man, and y'all wonder why, man, I it's only certain news sites I get my information from. Because, man, they be tripping, man. I'm too player for that. I'm too player for that. I'll be laid back. And when I say player, I'm just saying too laid back. You know what I'm saying? For all that arguing, fussing, fighting, you said that's what it is. You showed your receipts. I'm gonna take your word for it, because, like I said in the other video, in part one of this, them people left everything behind. They had wealth. Them people wasn't over there broke, starving, and gang banging like we say in Chicago. They wasn't broke, starving, and gang banging. Man, them people had it. They would pass down generational wealth. You know, it was, you know, messed up the way that they obtained it. But at the end of the day, who gonna leave they and start all over again, bro? It just don't make common sense. And, you know, shout out to Black Conservatives' Perspective, just to show you how angry the liberal media is. They gonna say that Donald Trump ambushed the president of South Africa. Ambushed. Look at this. Like, that's the one thing about the liberal media. If one of them say it, they all say it like they robots, bro. This is crazy. Like, all these people gonna say the same thing. Insane, bro. Check this out.
To the dramatic scene in the Oval Office today, the tense confrontation, President Trump ambushing the president of South Africa.
Up next, another Oval Office meltdown, President Trump ambushing the president of South Africa. President Trump is being accused of conducting something of a diplomatic ambush of South Africa's president in the Oval Office.
To be with you, I'm Katie Tur. President Trump orchestrated another Oval Office ambush today.
Today, Donald Trump meeting with the president of South Africa and attempting to ambush and humiliate that leader.
To Zelensky territory, where essentially he was a bit ambushed inside the Oval Office.
Felt like an ambush in there, kind of like the President Zelensky meeting in the Oval Office.
This was an ambush. It was orchestrated.
Cyril Ramaphosa brought his best diplomatic self to this meeting, but nothing could have prepared him for this multimedia ambush.
What started as, to some degree, an ambush.
Well, Katie, I mean, it was an ambush.
Ambush.
All right, man. You see, all y'all can't be saying the same thing, man, at the same dang on time, man. It's all goofy, man. He ambushed him. He brought the receipts. Because he brought the receipts. If the man wouldn't have never said it never happened, he wouldn't have never had no reason to proceed. You got to be prepared in there. You got the whole world. First they said Donald Trump was lying. He didn't have no facts, no evidentiary facts that this was happening. He waited till South Africa president came through. When he came through, he presented the facts in front of the whole world and the president of South Africa. All y'all gotta say is, okay, you got reason to believe that could be going on. And them people got money. So they probably just got with the right people, flew a kite to Trump. Trump saw it. He was like, oh my God, this is terrible. All these crosses, and it's thousands of them. And the president like, man, go get them people. And it's only 59 people, bro. Only 59 people. Them 59 people been vetted. They ain't got no diseases. And if they do, they being treated for them. We know where they coming from. We know they ain't bringing no drugs around here that's deadly, like fentanyl. I keep saying that. Yeah, man. Like, I ain't even vote for that. But since people so immersed with this situation, I just thought I'd come back again and give y'all some more content on it. But yeah, man, I'm only worried about this economy, safe borders. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. I don't care about people seeking refuge and they come over here as long as they out my way. We cool. You feel me? Hey. And another thing though, man, I'm gonna see if I got some time to knock it out. People was coming at me about the big beautiful bill. You know what I'm saying? The tax bill that Trump finally got passed through the committee that's going to be going before, Congress to see if it's going to be placed into law with things like no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, all type of that, all that good stuff, So it's going to take a little time. The things I voted for, I mean, I don't really expect to see the results until, another year and a half. I got to give it 2 years. But hey, anyway, let me get up out of here. It's your boy Jay Taylor, Voices for the Voiceless. We love y'all. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Peace and blessings.